Good morning, grade 4. All right, here I am back again, I believe anyway. I think it says start recording. Let's hope. I've had technical difficulties again today, which is part of the reason why I think I will always need to record a little bit ahead of time. Getting here way early in the morning, things just don't always go the way I think they're going to. All right, so I have gone through with you, if you watched the first video, of the details about EPIC, a castle on Viola Street, what you're doing for the National Park Service, and junior park ranger activities that will be coming up. So make sure you watch the other video for that information, as well as Wisconsin Farming and Agriculture for Wisconsin history and your letters for the nursing home. What I want to talk about right now is just math, all right? And I think you know what an equation is. Okay, I think you know that. An equation has an equal sign. It shows what something equals. Okay, an equation shows what something equals. One side equals another side. What do you have to do to make them be equal? Now, you could have, for example, 7 equals 7, or you could have 4 plus 1 plus 2 equals 7. Okay? All right. Well, today we're going to talk about what is an expression. Now, an expression sometimes looks like an equation at first, but there is one important thing an expression does not have, and that is an expression does not have an equal sign. It will not have a comparison symbol of other types to either, like less than or greater than. An expression, all right, an expression is simply a number, a letter, or a combination of those. But it does not have an equal sign. Now you'll find as we go through some examples here today, you've worked with expressions before, okay? The thing is, when you are working with an expression and they then ask you to find the value of it, you have to turn that expression into an equation. If you don't already have it, would you please have a piece of paper that you can do for some practice work and your math book? Okay, so if you don't have those two things out, please pause the video and go and get them. And I'm going to switch to my other screen so that you can see what I'm writing. Okay, so pause the video and get those things if you don't have them already. Okay. So if you look in your book on page 672, it gives you one example to work through. And if we look back before that, it gives you just a very short bit of information on what is an expression. Now we are going to be evaluating an expression when we give a value to n. Then you can evaluate it and find out what is its value. Do you see the word value and evaluate? Find out its value. All right. So, and that would be making it into an equation and finding out what does it equal. So let's look at your example for today. It says if r is 5, then what is the value of each of these expressions? So let's say I'm doing my math. I'm going to put that r equals 5, and then we have, you could do that even in parentheses, r plus 3. So what do we do next? Well, we put 5 in the place of r. 5 plus 3, what does it equal? 8. All right, so that was letter A. Let's do letter B. Here it says, and we always know with all of these, r equals 5. So r equals 5. We're going to do r take away 3. What is that value? Well, again, we put 5 in the place of r, plug it into that spot, take away 3. Our value then of that expression, we're going to evaluate it. Sorry for that bump there. It equals 2. Let's try one more. C. This time it says 3R. Now be careful with that. This means 3 times 5. So when you are writing that, you actually want to write 3 times 5. What does that equal? 15. Okay? I guess I did this kind of wrong. Here, let's try that again. So here we would still write R equals 5. My mistake. Here you would write 3R. What does that mean? It means 3 times 5 equals 15. My mistake on that one. Sorry about that. Okay, so ignore that first part. You still write what R is going to be, what its value will be. You write down the first equation they give you. Then you plug this value where the R is, or whatever other variable they give you, and then that's how you write it. Okay? Let's try a couple from your practice, okay? So now that was our lesson example. Let's go to lesson practice. All right, read with me, please. A, if m equals 12, then what is the value of m minus 10? All right, so the first thing we're going to do for our equation is that m equals 12. This is the work that you would do on your page. Now we plug that into m take away 10. So we do 12 take away 10 equals 2. Look at the 3 steps I need you to have. Let's do B. All right. It says evaluate A plus B when A equals 9 and B equals 15. All right, so here we have A equals 9, B equals 15. That's our information. The expression they're giving us that you would write is A plus B. Now you make your equation. 9 plus 15 equals 24. All right, so I do want you to show me what the value for each letter is. I do want you to show me the expression each time. Then I want you to plug the numbers in and evaluate it or solve it. Let's try C. What is the value of xy when x is 6 and y is 7? So x equals 6, y equals 7, and then our equation is xy. Now solve it. Remember, when you have 2 letters next to each other, you don't have to put that multiplication symbol in between, or like this one here, a number right next to the letter. But when you have 2 numbers together, I can't just write 6 and 7, or it will look like the number 67. So there I have to put, I could put a dot there, but a multiplication symbol is what we usually do. 6 times 7. And what is its value? Let's evaluate that. It is 42. Are you catching on? Is it making sense? Okay. D. What is the value of w squared when w is 5? So again, we write w equals 5. Now we're going to solve it. Our equation, or excuse me, our expression is w squared. Our equation is 5 squared, which we know is 5 times 5, and so that equals 25. E. If A equals LW, then what is A when L is 8 and W is 4? So again, the information we're given is L is 8, W is 4. Do you recognize that expression? A equals L times W. That's the formula for finding area. So our next one is A equals LW. A equals 8 times 4. And here we could keep going down one. A equals 32. 2 left to do. F. Evaluate M over N using M equals 12 and N equals 3. Follow the same steps. So we're on F. Oops, sorry about that. Seems like when I bump my table, my camera likes to do a jiggle. So the information we're given is M is 12, N is 3. The expression we're given, I'm using the wrong term there, excuse me. The expression we're given is M over N. So now we write that 12 over 3, or 12 divided by 3, and what does that give us? 4. Last one. G, find the value of the square root of t when t is 16. So what do we know? The information we're given is t is 16. So always give me that information. Now, write the expression, square root of t. Now write the equation. Square root of 16 equals 4. And again, it's fine to put the answer up there because that's how we do that equation, isn't it? Okay, square root of 16 is 4. Hey, look at that. Your practice is done. Wow, thanks, Mrs. Stolt. You're welcome. Okay, so that is evaluating an expression. And now remember, when you're doing your work today on that, your practice is all done. I hope you were participating and doing it along with me. That's what I'm expecting you to do. And now as you're doing your lesson and you come across problems like this, make sure that you tell me what that variable is going to, what its value is. Make sure you give me the expression that they give you. Then write the equation and solve it. Evaluate it. Find the value. All right? Make sure you call me if you have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you and see you soon.